I like A-frame campers. I really do. Over the years, I've actually owned two of them. The first was a 1994 A-Liner Classic, and now this, a 2017 Flagstaff T19QB HW. After owning this one for a few months, I have found certain things that I really wish had been designed or constructed a little bit differently. Want to know these 6 things that annoy me? Let's hop to it. The first thing that annoys me are these compartment latches. On my Flagstaff, there is only one latch per compartment door, and it has to be operated with a key. I'm fortunate that I can store my camper at my house, so locking isn't that important here, but I have to keep them latched to help prevent rain and critters from coming in. It's a different matter when I travel or get to the campsite. I want to be able to go into my compartments whenever I want without having to carry the key around. When we leave the site to go shopping or to explore the area, I want to be able to lock them. Yes, I know that every other camper probably has the same key as these locks use, but I don't want to make it too easy on a casual thief. I see that many of the newer A-frame campers have both a lock and a thumb latch on their doors. My other camper, a Coachman 233 RBS, has both. Apparently in 2017, Flagstaff didn't think it was important. Speaking of compartments, my second annoyance has to do with the slide-out storage drawers. I am absolutely not a fan. They are awkward, difficult to use, and waste more storage space than you think. If you have followed my channel, you know I have already posted a video on getting rid of the front drawer and reworking the compartment, so it's much more practical. If you haven't watched it, I will post a link to that video in the description. The front compartment comes with a plastic slide drawer that will hold around 7.6 cubic feet of cargo, but the compartment that the slide goes into could actually hold about 14 cubic feet. I really don't think it's a good idea to give up almost half of this cargo space for a poorly functioning drawer. The rear driver's side compartment has a similar but much smaller drawer. I use this compartment to store my utility hookups, and you can see how I have to cram everything in. Yes, I will be removing this tray next and gaining more storage here. The third thing that annoys me? How about the gray water system? Or should I say, the lack of any gray water system? Like most of you, my camper has this port directly off the sink, and I'm supposed to fabricate my own system to deal with it. I now have a corrugated hose and a fitting that dumps into a 6-gallon plastic jug that I have to lug to a bathroom to dispose of every couple of days. If I get a site with full hookups, I bought a special adapter that hooks up to a garden hose that hooks up to another special adapter that fits on the sewer connection. I wonder how costly it would have been to just install a small gray water tank like most trailers have. I've been under the camper. There's plenty of room to install one. After all, they already have a freshwater tank under there. In my case, I'd actually prefer to have a gray water tank instead of the freshwater one. While I'm under the camper, I found my fourth annoyance, the lack of any floor insulation. The wood floor isn't even painted, and I doubt if it even has any weather protection on it at all. I really do not think it would have been a big issue to apply some sort of insulation to the floor at the factory. I know for a fact a lot of people, including us, take their A-frame campers out in colder weather, and a cold floor isn't something that you look forward to. Here's another future project that I will be addressing. Number 5 on my list of annoyances. This plastic face from the heat pump unit really isn't even necessary. All it does is hold 3 air ducts in place. Look at all this unused space. I could easily condense things under here and gain a nice amount of room for a drawer or another storage compartment. Yeah, it looks like another future project for me. And finally, my 6th and biggest annoyance, the rear skylight. Who thinks that anyone wants to lay in bed and look at the sky through distorted plastic? Seriously, why is this here? It is more trouble than it is worth. I've talked to numerous A-frame owners who would love to remove this. A-frames have a ton of windows already and don't need another skylight to let light in right over where I'm trying to sleep. And don't forget, with light comes heat. These are notorious for causing overheating issues in these small campers. Then, in the colder weather, cold air coming off the uninsulated plastic and causing dripping condensation are two major issues. These skylights are made of Lexan, and Lexan degrades from UV and weather exposure, causing cracks in the plastic that let water seep and drip in. Edge sealants also dry and harden over the months and years and start to shrink from the seams. I have a video posted on how to correctly repair these issues, and if you haven't watched it, the link is also in the description. With all the issues this skylight has, and the fact that replacing it is expensive and labor intensive, you can understand why most people I know don't like them. After all, waking up with water dripping from a cracked skylight onto you in your nice cozy bed isn't a great way to start your day. If I can get this one figured out and make it so it doesn't look like a sloppy hack job, I will be removing the skylight and replacing it with some sort of solid panel. So what do you think? Do these annoy you as much as they annoy me? Do you have other things to add to my list? Maybe your list is totally different. Let me know in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to high-five the like icon, jingle the bell, and subscribe to my channel. Who knows what I'll do next, but until then, keep camping.